So, what happens when you throw artificial intelligence, deep rooted culture, and street food into a blender? Well, you get this absolutely fascinating experiment where an AI was given a pretty wild challenge: invent a brand new viral snack from scratch. Let's dig into how it all went down.
And really, this is the big question at the heart of it all. I mean, we know AI is great at crunching data, writing code, but can it be genuinely creative? Can it understand something as human and nuanced as food? That's exactly what we're about to find out. To kick things off, the experiment started with a single prompt given to the AI. And just to set the mood, here's the moment it got its assignment in its own synthesized voice. It's got this clean, futuristic vibe that really captures the spirit of this whole challenge. All right, so this brings us to the AI food challenge itself. And the goal here wasn't just to spit out some random recipe. No, this was a much deeper test. The real question was, can a piece of code actually get a handle on something as complex as human culture? So the AI, which was named Manas, was given a very specific mission. The testing ground? The famously competitive streets of Nagpur, India. Now, if you don't know, this city is famous for its super spicy, super tangy food. It is a tough crowd to please, which honestly makes it the perfect place to see if an AI can understand local taste.
And check out how specific this prompt is. This wasn't just, hey, make some food. Manas was given a whole creative framework. It had to analyze local flavors, mash them up with global trends like portability and texture, and then deliver the whole package: a unique name, a recipe, even a marketing slogan. This was the blueprint for a true creative partnership. So after crunching all that data, Manas delivered its secret recipe. And you gotta love this. It even came up with its own snappy little slogan, which you see right there: your delicious system upgrade. Pretty clever, right?
And the result was the Volt Bite. The AI's definition? A high-energy snack that fuses two worlds together. It took a traditional Maharashtrian coriander fritter, that's the Kothindbir vadi, and combined it with the insane crunch of a Japanese panko crust. I mean, that's a concept a human chef might spend years trying to dream up. Now, if you look at the ingredients, you can totally see the AI's logic at play. You've got the traditional base, chickpea flour and coriander. Then, for that authentic Nagpur kick, it added Sauji masala for serious heat. For the global twist, panko. For portability, a Romali roti wrap. It even designed a cooling protocol chutney to balance out all that spice. See? Every single ingredient has a purpose. This chart really shows how Manas didn't just copy something. It took the original dish, analyzed it, and upgraded key parts. It totally transformed the texture with that panko crust and made it street food friendly by wrapping it in a roti. This is innovation, not just imitation. Of course, an AI's idea is one thing, but what about the human reaction? Well, this was the creator's immediate response. Just a perfect mix of what's on earth and wait, I need to try that. And isn't that the sweet spot you're aiming for when you create something truly new?
Okay, so a recipe on a computer screen is fine and dandy. But the real test, the real challenge, was taking this digital creation and seeing if it could survive the messy, chaotic real world. It was time to actually make it and sell it to real people. So, bringing this thing to life was a four-step journey. First, they had to go shopping, tracking down both super local spices and global ingredients like panko. Then came the messy part: trying to translate the AI's perfect digital recipe into the real world of a kitchen. But then came that aha moment, the first bite, which confirmed the AI was an absolute genius. Finally, it was time for the ultimate test: facing the public. And what do people think? Well, this quote from one of the very first customers just nails it. They immediately picked up on the two things the AI was going for: that unbelievable crunch and the modern twists on a classic snack. This was the first sign that the Volt Bite was a certified hit. You know, at first, people were curious, but a little hesitant. I mean, an AI-made snack is a weird concept. But once a few brave souls gave it a try, word started to spread like wildfire about the incredible taste and texture. Before they knew it, that curiosity turned into real demand, and a line started forming. So after all the shopping, the cooking, and the selling, it all came down to this: the final verdict. Did the AI actually pull it off? Did it create a viral street food? Well, the numbers don't lie. And the key number here? 53. That's how many Volt Bites they sold. So let's break that down.
In just 2 hours out on the street, this brand new food item, something that literally didn't even exist as an idea that morning, sold 53 units. That brought in over 2,500 rupees. I'd say that is an undeniable, hands-down success.
But the biggest takeaway here isn't just about the sales numbers. This whole thing shows that AI doesn't have to be about replacing human creativity. Instead, it can be this incredible tool to spark new ideas, to augment what we can already do. Manus gave the chef a brilliant concept they probably never would have thought of on their own.
And that really leaves us with this final, powerful question. Okay, this was a food challenge, but it really makes you wonder, if an AI can do this with something as complex and human as cultural cuisine, what else could it create? What happens when we give it the right kind of creative, interesting challenge? What's next?